Hey there, it's Matt Clark. Thank you for listening. So, this is a special 4-part series that I'm releasing on how we've built a $100 million e-commerce business, but most importantly, what I consider the best opportunity in e-commerce today. So this is a special presentation that I just gave that I've chopped up into 4 pieces, and I'm going to release one piece every day. So today explains the opportunity, and then the next 3 days are the 3 main secrets or strategies that we've used to build this business and you can use to build your own super successful e-commerce business. So can't wait to hear what you think. Thank you for listening. Now, I'm guessing for a lot of you all, this is probably not your first webinar. So the first thing I want to mention that if you haven't accomplished what you want in e-commerce yet, it's not your fault because there's a ton of information out there. It can be super confusing. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure all this stuff out. And a lot of times that information overload is what keeps you from success, and it's totally fine. And I am here to tell you that you can absolutely do this. You can build a life-changing e-commerce business not dependent on Amazon that you control using the model that I'm about to show you. So I want to put those fears to rest. I 100% believe in you that you can do this. You just need the right person to explain it to you. Because here's where a lot of the confusion happens. The big advertising platforms out there, Facebook, Google, TikTok, Snapchat, they are incredible businesses, massive platforms, make a ton of money, provide a lot of value for certain people, but they're not on your side because those platforms will spend all of your money until you're bone dry if you let them. And on top of that, most of the agencies that run ads on them are even worse. They'll just keep spending your money, taking a percent of ad spend, and I see them waste money all the time. So they want you to think that you need to blow a ton of money on paid advertising on Facebook, Amazon, Google to be successful in your business. And I'm here to tell you that they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it's just not true. And so if you ever thought that Amazon, Chinese sellers, and your competition want you to fail, you're probably right. Because at the end of the day, they don't benefit from you succeeding. If you sell primarily on Amazon today, Amazon, what they really want is the lowest prices for their customers. They don't really care about the sellers. They want the lowest prices for their customers, even if that means you as a seller make no money. Chinese sellers and other competition on and off Amazon are really just there to build their own businesses, which is fine. It's capitalism, regardless of the cost to you and your business. The difference is that here, we, myself, Mike, we actually care about your success and really want you to succeed and live the life of your dreams. So that's what we're here for. Because I know you have a dream to build a massively successful business. And what I found, most entrepreneurs, they want success, which is great. More money is fantastic, but they also want to make a big impact. A lot of times they have family members that they want to take care of, other causes they care about, kids they want to impact, communities they want to impact. So you want massive financial success and the ability to make a big impact. And that's what I'm here to show you how to make happen during this webinar. So as I was kind of checking in with y'all at the beginning, trying to find out, where you at in terms of a revenue level, my goal for this presentation is really to help 2 types of people. For those of you that are beginners, you're going to get to see the new way to build an e-commerce business that doesn't depend on Amazon. For more experienced sellers, you're going to get the exact steps you can take starting now to create the freedom, control, and cash flow from your business that you've always wanted. So really, in the next 90 minutes or so, my goal is to get you to believe that building a branded e-commerce business with the core on Shopify is the key to building a successful e-commerce business that gives you true financial freedom today. And I'm going to show you my proprietary frameworks that'll make this simple for you to achieve that result. So in the past 14 years, I've had an amazing chance to travel the world, impact a lot of people, even got to meet, Sir Richard Branson, which was awesome. And because, I've been able to help other people build multi-million-dollar e-commerce businesses, but it wasn't really always that way. In fact, not that long ago, I was just like you. I started my first e-commerce business back in 2009, selling high-quality health supplements on my own e-commerce store that I kind of patched together. Like I had no idea what I was doing. This office building is right here in Austin, Texas, about probably 15, 20 minutes away from our house right now. And that little window, I was in an office just like that, a little tiny office about the size of a closet. Ended up having a few employees that were all crammed in there with me, trying to figure this thing out, trying to figure out how to build an e-commerce business. I wanted to build a big business. I've always been very ambitious. And so I wanted to be a business expert, wanted to move fast, do big things, and make a massive impact. And at some point, I had the goal of building $100 million business. Now, I did achieve some success. I built an e-commerce business that was a couple $1,000,000 in sales a year. Then I figured out how to sell 100 grand a month on Amazon. And because of that Amazon success, we ended up creating a program that some people were mentioning here, ASM, amazing selling machine. So drop a ASM in the chat box, by the way, if you're a member of ASM, because I know a lot of y'all probably are. But ended up creating a program called ASM. So I see Anthony, Belinda. Oh, wow. So many of them. Hussein, Gwen, Carol, Brian. Yeah, so y'all know what's up. So ended up creating a program called Amazing Selling Machine. I don't know how many of y'all, I see a couple ASM ones. So y'all would know back then, I was the only person who knew this Amazon stuff in our team. So I was the only person creating content. Then I taught Jason. He started creating this stuff with me. Then we taught other people, and other people became even better at it than we were. So achieved some success in my own e-commerce business. Then Amazing Selling Machine just started blowing up, and all kinds of people were building, $50K a month, $100K a month, $2 million a year businesses, and got to change so many lives. But I also got so busy with Amazing, because that kind of blew up out of nowhere, that I was just kind of like riding the bull, trying to keep the lights on, that I never really got to achieve what I want in e-commerce, because all of a sudden this amazing thing that just took over everything. But I kept trying a lot of different things along the way, even while we were building Amazing. And so here's some different things that I tried to really build that $100 million e-commerce business. I tried reselling other brands' products. That's how I started. I tried drop shipping, search engine optimization, Google ads, copywriting, email marketing, private labeling, selling on Amazon again after suspensions, banner advertising, you name it, I tried it. So I tried all that stuff to build this elusive $100 million e-commerce business. Now, like I said, I was so busy with Amazing, really from about 2012 or 13, all the way till 2017. Then we kind of went through some cycles, some ups and downs, and then finally got to the point where I was kind of burnt out, to be honest. And then Jason ended up taking back over as CEO of Amazing in around 2018. That finally gave me this freedom of like, okay, I can do something else, because I loved impacting, loved helping people, but I noticed some things were changing in e-commerce, and I didn't really know how to make sense of it. But I was so busy, doing these webinars and trainings and videos and affiliate stuff, and doing comments in the community and all that kind of stuff that we had to do, managing employees, trying to figure all that out, that I knew something was wrong in e-commerce, but I couldn't quite figure it out. And at the end of the day, like during that time period, of course, whenever you have success, haters come out of nowhere. So I had haters in the FBA space that were like, oh, Matt and maybe Jason, they're like, all they do is teach e-commerce. They don't know how to do e-commerce anymore. They don't even own e-commerce businesses. And I'm like, I don't have freaking time to do anything else right now. And so they had all that. And so then I started getting some of those doubts in my head, thinking like, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I just got lucky with this e-commerce thing. Maybe I just stumbled on this Amazon thing. Maybe I can't actually do it myself. Maybe I just teach this stuff, but I can't actually do it. I had all these kind of doubts creeping in. And then I thought, if I jump back in and do e-commerce and I can't actually make it successful, maybe I have just been faking it all these years. Maybe I am the kind of imposter that I feared. And so around that time, I believe it was maybe a year before, I received a message on Skype. And so I was, I don't know if I would call it friends, but I knew Shopify's main affiliate manager. This guy's probably worth, who knows, hundreds of millions of dollars now, because he was super early in Shopify before they were really anything. And hopefully he got equity and has done really well. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he and I would Skype from time to time because we did some affiliate stuff with Shopify. And he sent me a message that kind of blew my mind. He said, something along the lines of like, hey, Matt, you won't believe what's been going on here at Shopify. Some of these stores are doing $60 million a year. Here we were, the biggest heroes on Amazon at the time. Maybe we're doing, say, $3, $4, $5 million a year in sales on Amazon, which is still a lot, because even before then, the big success was like $50K a month or something. And so then people are doing a few million bucks a year on Amazon, which is great. Then I start hearing about these Shopify stores doing $60 million a year, businesses I never even heard of before. So I had to dig into this. So I started digging into these brands. He would tell me some of them, and I'd be like, what are they doing? And so I start looking at the ads they're running, the pages that they're sending them to, what their stores look like. and a light bulb went off for me. And I was like, this is like infomercials for the internet. You're basically taking a product with a story and then putting that on the biggest communication platforms ever built and sending those people to a store where you can tell the full story about this product. So forget your little 30-second infomercial. You can now have a page like we do today that is as long as we want it to be, as long as we can keep it interesting, that has every sales angle possible known to man, combine it with an attractive ad that blends into the platform. And that's how these people were doing $50-60 million a year. I mean, hopefully you see how powerful that can be. That's where we were at the time. So this was in the back of my head. And around that time, that was back in 2017 or so, when I first received that message from Shopify's affiliate manager. And back then, as you could tell from this chart that I pulled, Shopify gross merchandise volume, which is the total amount of stuff sold on Shopify, was about $6 billion a quarter. Now, fast forward just a few years, it's 10 times that amount every single quarter. So this was the beginning of their massive scaling. And so the unique strategy that I found was basically a product with a story plus social media ads. And the beauty is back then you really just had Facebook. But now, as far as billion plus user platforms, you've got Facebook, you've got Google search and YouTube, you've got TikTok, you've got multiple massive platforms that you could do the same strategy with. So a product with a story plus social media ads where you can reach people who aren't even looking for your product, which is a bonus, plus Shopify. Shopify allows you to tell the full story about your product, unlike Amazon. Then I ended up partnering up with a friend of mine to apply this strategy in the real world because I had this in the back of my head and I was like, let's see if we can actually do it. And I kind of like I was saying earlier, wanted to find out, can I still do this e-commerce thing? Or was it all just luck? And so he and I partnered up, and the first month we did $17,000 in sales. Fast forward to today, we've done over $90 million in sales on Shopify alone, and over $10 million on Amazon, which puts us over $100 million in sales so far. And we're still growing like crazy. And so that's my business partner right there, Charles. Great guy, fantastic business partner. But he and I have done this together. And that was just Shopify. We're currently doing $700,000, $800,000 a month on Amazon. So putting Shopify at the center, plus a product with a story, plus social media ads and social media content, not even necessarily just ads, putting Shopify at the center has allowed us to make selling on Amazon incredibly easy. We're not the lowest price. We're not the cheapest. We don't have the most reviews, but we still crush it on Amazon because we built this machine at the core. Then started teaching some other people how to do this stuff. And so this is one of the people that we've taught, him and his brother, Derek and Dan. They own their own business. They're up $500,000 in sales since last year alone. So what we've accomplished with this system is our current sales are over $3 million a month. Our annualized sales are $36 million a year. So a valuation for a fast-growing direct-to-consumer company is somewhere between 2 and 3x sales, which puts this company at a value of $72 to $108 million. The goal was to build a $100 million business. I failed so many times until we finally put the pieces together. And now, depending on who's valuing the company, we've basically accomplished that. But these external rewards are not the only benefit of this whole system. The 4 true rewards, I think, first, confidence, because I know a powerful model that works today. If our business went away tomorrow, I could repeat this in another industry, in another market with another product. I don't have the same imposter syndrome. You got to believe when I started posting, oh yeah, we've built this business that's doing 500,000 a month, that's doing $1 million a month, 2 million a month, 3 million a month. Oh yeah, by the way, we won Inc. 500 list once, twice, 3 times, top 30 fastest growing company in America. Where did all those haters go? Do they say, oh yeah, sorry, we've been kind of turds? No, they just disappeared like they always do. And so doesn't matter, totally fine, but I don't worry about them anymore. Peace of mind is one of the biggest ones, because if you're so dependent on Amazon or really anything else, you feel like you're constantly kind of gaming the system. Can I do this review strategy? Can I do this ranking strategy? Can I actually contact the customers that order from me on Amazon, or is that kind of breaking the rules? With this system, you don't have to worry about any of that. We're not gaming any system, no ad system, no platform. We're not gaming anything. We're just doing the main things that I'm going to show you in this webinar. And then been fired up because I know I have a system that can help others like you as well. And that's why I'm here. And so I know we got beginners, we've got people doing $10 million a year here. And so I kind of knew that coming into this. And so I believe this can help every single one of you. So here's what we're going to cover during the next 45 minutes or so. These are the three main frameworks of this system that helped create a $100 million business. And each one builds on the one before to create an unstoppable e-commerce business that can win in any market on any platform. So secret number one, I call product polarizing, which is how to position your product as the only option in the market so you make higher profits and more sales. Secret number two, the social proof shortcut, how to get massive, undeniable, real social proof for your products in 7 days or less. Then secret number three, the average order value multiplier, how to get every customer to buy 300% more upfront so you can profitably get traffic from anywhere. So how have we done this extra $64,000 a day in sales? Well, pay close attention to each secret, especially secret number three. You're going to see exactly how we're driving an extra $64,000 per day in sales and how you can ethically knock off our strategy in your own business, in your own market in less than 10 minutes. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that introduction to this e-commerce model. So tomorrow I'm going to be releasing the first secret or strategy that we used to build this business. It's all about what I call product polarizing, or positioning your product in a way that it stands out in your marketplace so you capture as much market share and get the highest conversions possible. So if you want each following part and all other future episodes, please subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform or on YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow.